once upon a time you used to have to go out on road and just like chat to a girl or club night or whatever. It was all about the cologne and.
Do you miss that?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, smell me.
What is that one? What is that? That's a nice one still.
This is my problem. I smell amazing, and I don't have opportunities to share it with a lot of people because I can't share the smell on Instagram.
Yeah,
so I'm just losing out right now. I feel like everyone's selfish, and we should all go out and forget our phones so we can smell me.
Maybe we should have a phoneless
Thank you,
rave.
darling. A phoneless? No, but then how are you taking the number?
Pen and paper, bruv. Straight back to old school, bro.
But then you got. The only thing I don't like about that though, you have to get really close. So I can't even hear that. What's all right?
Now get her to do it. Let's get her to do it.
All right, cool. I'm down.
Either way, the same outcome can happen. She could give you the wrong number in your phone anyway, or she could give you the wrong number on a piece of paper. Either way.
That man don't take numbers no more.
Man take Instagram.
I don't know the last time someone exchanged a number in and around me. Actually, man said, "Oh, so what's your gram?" Because it feels like
before that,
it's less intrusive.
Man used to say, "What's your Twitter?" That is nuts.
Or what's your MSN?
Oh my god!
So I'm telling you, I can't even remember the last time I asked for a number. If I'm honest. Yeah. If I'm honest, I've all asked for email. Don't fuck with me. I'm trying to come professional. How can man ask for email?
Do you know what? Yeah, dirty. I got caught on a dirtbag one via email one time. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was on a self-discovery vibe, and I was in my first relationship or whatnot, or my first relationship. Like, I didn't cheat, but I kind of did. If you know what I mean. How was your
first? What do you mean?
So like, basically,
first or second?
It was my first.
Okay.
So like, I didn't cheat, but I kind of did. In a sense that like, I didn't physically do anything with the other girl, but email was the thing. So I remember
you caught her emailing someone because she'd have done it.
Huh?
Because she emailed someone else.
If she did what I did, then it's an issue.
So you cheated.
So I cheated, yeah. So it's essentially,
sweet.
Yeah,
essentially.
Just
get out of the way, innit?
But so boom, like email was popping now. So I'm at Carnival, and I used to always have this thing where I used to say, "Oh, you know what? Like, I'm not really taking my girl with me to Carnival because Bear Man's gonna be on her." And that's like, part of it was true, but part of it was just bullshit. I just wanted to be there with my brethrens, innit? So then anyway,
do your thing on flex.
Exactly.
Email.
So anyway, boom, I remember I was literally by where Dub Vendor was. I can't remember the name of that road now. There's a sound system that was there, vibing, whatever, catching a little vibe, all of that now. Then this girl came, let's just say her name's Jay. Just Jay, right? So anyway, Jay's coming and she's looked at me and I'm like, rah, Jay's like, I didn't know her name at the time. But I'm like, rah, yeah, she's looking at me, whatever. I've tapped my brother in Ben. I'm like, rah, you know what I mean? Kind of, you know what I mean? So anyway, she's come back and then she's
names, cuz.
Yeah, but that's my guy, innit? So then anyway, she was dancing around me, whatever. We're just chatting now, doing what you would normally do back then, having a conversation and all of that. And then it was like, what's your email? Let me get your email. Swapped emails. She wrote it with her makeup. I remember she wrote her email with her makeup, and then we just had a little email relationship for a little while. And then one day I was in Subway with my girl, and then she just took out like basically about 7 A4 pieces of paper, which was essentially transcripts of the emails. And she was like, "So who's Jay?"
In the Subway? What, were you getting a sandwich?
Yeah.
Nah, there's rules. But there's no rules.
How did I pattern
But there's rules. But we can't be doing this in Subway.
Yeah.
Not Subway.
Subway, bruv. Subway.
Not Subway.
I was getting a foot long.
Subway.
A foot long. With the
you mean my situation is only as serious as a sandwich?
Yeah, exactly.
Now rate me. Rate me.
I was eating a foot long. I had the tuna, cheese,
Subway,
some other things in it, and then they were pouring the no, I was getting the chicken teriyaki. That used to be my thing. So I went and took her so I could get a chicken teriyaki, but she didn't really want to eat a lot of it. I was going to give her half of it or a little bit, however much she wanted. So anyway, that's when I've ordered the chicken teriyaki. The man's put the sauce on it, all of that stuff, whatever, warmed it up, gave it to me. That's when she's giving me the transcripts.
I'm just trying to think why Subway. Like, is this situation that cheap that we're just gonna throw it away once we're finished with it?
I took a Subway.
But she gave it out to you in Subway.
Wait, I still want to know.
I think she was plucking up the courage.
And she found the courage in Subway. Where was that? In the tuna sandwich as well.
Yeah.
She had a courage in there. Big man, we got to do this in my ass.
I think what happened was, I think that she was so fuming at the time, and she wanted to just wait until she saw me to see my reaction. Because on the phone, I'd be able to just get out of it. So when she's waited until she's seen me, but then you know that whole thing of, I'm going to bring it out, I'm going to do it. And then eventually, she plucked out the courage. How did she
get transcripts? How did she...
She printed them off. I
Where
don't know how
Where did she get them?
She must have hacked into my email, big man.
Jesus.
She hacked into my email.
I've been there as well. They've hacked into my email.
Is it?
So legal over there. There's no problems.
Oh, yeah, I hear that still. Other than that, I don't think I've been hacked into anything else. And if I have been hacked into anything else, I've bust case. Because I've never, other than that's the only time in my life that someone has come to me on a thing of, I went through your blah, blah, blah and saw such and such and the other.
Do you know what? I was so arrogant because that didn't happen to me until very later on in my life. Like, I used to leave my phone everywhere. Because my whole thing to everyone was, if you don't trust me enough to the point you're going in my phone, break up with me. There's no point.
But even at a young age,
that was what my vibe was. And obviously, it's kind of like that because, you know, that's the truth, but it's also because I'm probably cheating. And that's when I got, and that's how I got caught one time. Bro, I left my laptop just there with the text screen there, everything like, yeah, it's not going through my thing. My thing's 30, I come back, she's in tears. I can't believe you done this to me. I'm sorry for going through it. I'm like,
my God.
Oh, you saw it? I was like, how do I get myself out of this shit?
It hurts, innit, when you see someone hurt.
Because of you.
Yeah, because of you.
Horrible,
you're
innit?
Bullshit. And there's nothing that you can do to take that back. And you also know if the shoe was on the other foot, it would be absolutely rage.
And do you know what hurts me the most? Knowing I'm going to say so much bollocks just so I can get back with you.
I know.
And I'm probably going to do it again. Not now, but at that time. That was my vibe. Like, I'm just going to say anything to solve the situation and we're going back to regular transmitting, which is horrible.
Well, this is it.
Totally agree.
And this is what I was saying to someone just the other day, yeah?
But it's not me now.
Exactly.
But darling, it's not a reflection of who I am.
I have no problems whatsoever talking about stuff from the past.
Yeah.
Because I know I made mistakes. And I've like, sometimes, now I've like, I have a better understanding of me. I'm a bit more self-aware. And I look back at certain things that I did and I laugh at even some of the excuses I gave. I said to my little brother the other day, he watches this now, by the way, the 18-year-old one.
Shit.
No, not him. The younger one, who's 12, yeah. I said to him, see my brother, who's the 18-year-old one. I said, see some of the excuses that he tells me, yeah. When we all get older, we're all going to have a laugh at them. Because he thinks that he's giving me the real bomb diggy lie. You know, like that lie that's like, yeah, this one, see this lie here? Yeah, I'm gonna bust case. And it's like, bro, I know this lie. I've told this lie a bunch of times. I know you're chatting shit. In fact, the lie is so ridiculous. It doesn't even add up. But I'm going to let you get away with that one. And later on, we're going to have a chat about it.
So my younger cousin, Scribs' little brother, has told the most ridiculous lies to my face. And I look at him, I'm like, bro, we built this. We are the liars in this family. We started this shit. How dare you tell me this lie and think I don't know? I told you this lie.
Exactly.
I've told your dad this lie. It was horrible.
Nah, those lies, there's certain lies that are like, they're like generational lies. So there's like lies that like they stand the test of time in generations.
Amazing.
So it's like
and they're all relationship lies to
exactly.
women.
Exactly.
Men are trash. Stay away, all of you.
Exactly.
But not from me because I'm a good person now. I look after my kids and that's me. No.
You said now.
Yeah, now. No, now. I'm honest enough to admit I was a horrible person in the past.
Horrible.
Actually, not horrible person, but just that area of my life was a little bit confusing. But everywhere else, I was pretty decent, quite rounded.
I'd never say I was never really on a proper scumbag vibe though. Ever. I was never on a scumbag vibe. I mean, I did some things in school that I feel very bad about, like in terms of how I treated some people or whatever. And you know what? That was because, I think we spoke about it before, but that was because when I got to that point, when I first went to school, no one was checking for me. There was an incident that happened, then all of a sudden, I just become mad popular in school, yeah? And that had a positive and a negative effect.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden now, when I got popular in school because of this incident now, in my mind, I was kind of like, okay, now. So now everybody's realized now that if you do this is what is going to happen. So now I'm walking around in school on a vibe of, so who's what? Has anyone got something to say vibe?
That was the social currency back then. Social currency in school was lit. It was like, who's the rude boy? So like, and sometimes you could take social currency and sort of borrow it from someone else.
Yeah.
So like, I wasn't the rude boy, but my cousins were rude boys. So it was like, if you trouble me, my cousins are going to come down. So off the strength of that, I'm lit in school. Lit. I wasn't, for the first 2 years, I was getting robbed left, right and centre. We used to have to go around the back of the school. I had to put money in my socks. They used to tell me jump. I would jump. What's that jingling? It's my keys.
They used to tell you jump?
Yeah, take my socks off, pour the money out, give it to them. Don't make me do that again, fam. Don't do that. I'm like, sorry. I'm really sorry that I have to give you the money that my parents gave to me to eat, to you. And I'm really sorry that I haven't been considerate enough to put it somewhere where you can hear it and been honest with you so you can take my money. I'm wrong. You're right. Year 9, my cousins had enough.
You know what? It's so mad to me, yeah, that like, there's something I used to do that was so... There was something that I used to do that was so...
Nah, you gotta stop the conversation because I can't act like... That's amazing.
What are you saying? You good? Yeah, good to meet you, man. I'm Chucky, my guy. That's my guy,
I
Poet.
don't really know what to say. This is incredible.
Yeah,
Absolutely
you're there,
incredible.
You're there. Move up a little piece, man, bro. Yeah. Move up a tiny piece. The big
Sorry,
legs
bro.
on the way.
This is really...
Swiss Beats is in the house.
Showtime.
Showtime.
You smell
You know,
amazing.
we're just having like...
Man, you too.
Thank you.
We're just having a...
Yeah, of course.
We're kind of like
I recognise that logo.
talking about...
Which one?
Something happened to your arm.
Wait, what happened to your wrist?
No, I broke it.
Serious?
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened?
Having fun. Having too much fun.
Having too much fun. Oh yeah, no, I
Wow.
saw on the
Yeah.
gram actually still.
Skating, actually.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, they did a surprise birthday party for me.
Okay.
Before you continue the
And it went
conversation,
wrong.
do you know why this is just so amazing to me?
Why?
One, because I'm somewhat in the clouds, and two, I'm so used to hearing this voice sonically through like a stereo.
Yeah.
Like maybe like I'm in the living room and I can hear it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And now it's like here, which is really
Yeah.
weird. But it's
I
really
know that.
amazing.
I know that
Zone.
I know you're a skater, but yeah, you were saying anyway.
Yeah, just caught a bad spill.
Oh, mad.
You know, I got a slight thing to a giant, though.
Yeah, I hear that. That. Before I get into that, because the skating, we were just having a little conversation about, just reminiscing about certain things in school and like just having a certain mentality when you were younger, and getting older and realizing that certain things you might have been doing was fuckery or whatnot.
Yeah.
And like now, when I think about like, which I was telling him, yeah, I was thinking about this moment of like, at this point, it felt like the most normal thing and natural thing in the world for me to do this. But I used to go school now. There used to be this dude called Richard. I'm not going to say his surname.
That's
you know what I mean?
thing after that.
But you know what? Do you know how natural it was for me to go every morning, yeah, into class and ask him, like, we just chat, talk about the weekend, whatever it may be. Then I'd say to him, yeah, like, let me see your lunchbox. Then he'd open up the lunchbox and then I'd take all the exciting stuff. So I used to take the sweets. Because my mum used to give me like some dead sandwich and a raisin and all of that stuff. My man had the flipping, the Smarties, the chocolate roundabout thing, Bear Crisps. I used to take all of that out of the thing, give him my sandwich, give him the raisins, and then so we literally just swap that, and then that was that. And that was just normal to me.
Pressing them.
Yeah, well, do you know what though? At the time, I didn't feel like I was pressing a man.
It's
Do you know what I mean?
terrible. But the thing
But
is,
I feel that now. I feel
this
bad
is
for
why
that.
I feel really good about myself, because I used my social currency in that time for the good, for the greater man. So when we used to play football, some man used to come around the back, take the ball and be on this whole bad boy thing. And I used to say to them, you can do all of this, but if I call my cousin, I'm getting my football back. So I was like, do you know what? If you think you're bad, take it. And like, My daddy sold drugs, so I had a mobile phone well early. So I was like, I can phone him now. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
And then one time I was like, cool, I'm gonna phone my cousin. Yeah. So I phoned my cousin in the morning and said to him, come for 1 o'clock, because I knew he was gonna come.
Yeah.
We're playing football, minding our own business. He came. He made everyone line up. He goes, but not me. And I said, no, I want to line up as well. My cousin came in. He's like, I didn't know that was your cousin. I said, I told you I'm going to get my football. And my cousin's like, what else do you want?
I hear that.
And at that moment,
what else
I could
do
have
you
been
want?
you. I could have taken the Sovereign, because Sovereigns were mad popular
Yeah,
then.
of course.
I was like, no, I don't want anything. I just want him to leave me alone and for us to play football.
Have you got regrettable,
like
see, like now, when you think back, like, to how you was when you was a young buck, yeah, and thinking about things being so natural to you to do, yeah, and then now thinking back about it, have you got them like small regrettable moments of things that might have happened in school or whatever that at the time just felt like just the most normal, natural thing in the world for you?
This guy, you see his face? Yeah, he knew me over 20-something years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the most regrettable thing is like, I don't really regret it like that, but broke the teacher arm by accident.
Broke the teacher's arm by
Whoa.
I said broke the teacher's arm by accident, you know.
What do you mean by accident, bro?
You've got to explain the accident.
Because she went to sit down and I moved the chair.
Okay.
She was like this. That's why my arm broke now, I guess.
Yeah. Karma.
She came back later and paid me back. But like,
no.
everything else in school I didn't really regret because I wasn't like starting trouble. I mean, maybe a little bit, but we was more like defending ourselves.
Yeah, that was me.
Right, so it was more like a territorial thing. Like, so I was on one side of the Bronx, and I got kicked out of all of the schools that was near my house. So then I had to travel, and so and over at that time it wasn't gangs, it was just like more like destinations. Like what part of the area you from?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm in Gun Hill Road, but going to school in Co-op City. So that means I had to go through like 3 hoods to get to school.
Mad.
So you're going through 3 different vibes
That's long.
just to get to a class. And that was like survival in itself, right? So just going to school turned you into like a survival tactic. And, and you had to, they was throwing people out the windows while the bus was moving.
Shit.
But,
And I'm complaining about putting money in my so I could jump in. This is mad.
But you know what, in some way though, like without even going too deep on it right now, but like that's probably what a lot of the young bucks are going through right now in the inner cities of England right now.
Facts.
Because you've got these youths that like live on certain estates or whatever, and in certain areas that have to go through other areas to go to school. And right now, the young bucks are going mad right now. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like that's a survival within itself.
And you know what? Like when I look back at being that exact same youth, none of it was really worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like all of the things we was getting excited about, risking our life for, when you look back, it was like, damn, like we didn't even really have no problems like that for it to jump off like how it was jumping off, right? And so a lot of people lost their life for like stupid reasons. A lot of people my whole hood got wiped out, like, right? From drugs, from jail time, from murders. It's the old people survive more than the youth in my hood, right? So when I go back and I'm like, damn, and I'm like, what happened again?
Yeah.
And they was like, yo, they got in an argument and this happened over a girl or over this. So it's like real silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like all the youth out there that's just thinking you gotta represent, you know what I'm saying? Just represent the right way. Communication is the biggest thing.
It's mad because there are certain things I think that are like so it's almost hereditary. So it's like let's go back to like the situation where I said about that youth in school. I used to go and take his chocolates and all of that type of stuff. Now, me and him could have ended up having a big problem.
Facts.
Then that big problem now, me and him's got that. Then that goes from my family to his family.
Facts.
Right? My cousins to his cousins. Yeah. Then time moves on. My other little cousins to that. Their brethrens to them. These brethrens to that. And then over years, you've completely forgot where it started. And it started from the lunchbox of me taking my man's sweets and that. and then years later, people die and all kinds of stuff. It's a bit, it's mad. So that's why it's like I hear exactly what you're saying. A lot of the time, young bucks don't know where this comes from. They don't know where it started. All they know is they've grown up to know. I just don't get on with so and so. And if somebody dies.
Lights out.
Then within then, it's hard to then tell somebody, you know what? No,
Don't
allow
do
it
anything,
now.
allow it. Yeah. But somebody, we were having a conversation the other day in my kitchen, and we were speaking about the responsibility we all have as individuals on planet Earth, and the responsibility and how we take it on and how we don't take it on as people, as one. And we were taking a look at the youth, and one thing that's common over here, I don't know if you're aware of, is the responsibility people are putting on drill music for the way people are responding, young people are responding. And it's so mad, because then I was like, wow, the fact that we can look at Kanye West as a 37-year-old man and he does things I don't fully understand, but we say, oh, it's mental illness or what have you, and we just bypass it. But then there'll be an 18-year-old Lowski, or I don't know how old these boys are, they're still growing themselves, making mistakes in the public eye, but we give them the responsibility of coaching people the same age as them, and we then blame that young demographic for what they're doing wrong and say, oh, you're so wrong for this. But then it's like, when I was 18, I was doing bollocks, and if I had a camera on me the whole time when I was 18, the people's perception of me today would be like, what the fuck is wrong with, who is he to say anything? Because when he was 18 years old, so this is when I just think to myself, I have to quickly move to Ethiopia now, because I don't think I can understand the Western world. I can't understand anything, because just that concept alone of knowing that we have put all this responsibility on kids when we're grown individuals, and when grown individuals make mistakes, we pin it on things that, yes, it can be that, but why are we not then making excuses for the younger people? It just doesn't make sense to me. It confuses me. Sorry, I had to get that out.
I agree.
It's a tough
I agree.
one. All right, listen, anyway, lighter one. You're a skater, I'm a skater as well. I noticed you had your little situation with that.
I was on roller skates though.
You was on roller skates?
Yeah.
Because you're a quad man as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a quad guy as well. And I hadn't skated for time. I think one of the things that made me, inspired me again to start skating over the summertime was when I think you was in your yard with the wine, skating backwards and doing all of that in the crib and whatever. And I said, you know what? Man need to go back and get the skates. Over here, we used to have Bauer turbos. I don't know if that was a big thing for you, over in this. What was the skate? What was the skate?
We didn't
before?
even.
Or was it just any type of skate?
Yeah, we didn't even care. I just now got into what type of skates, but before it was just anything in the skating rink, because we was going there to really do other things.
Yeah. I hear you still. I hear you still.
I don't skate. I don't hear anything or hear anyone.
Nah, but when I got I jumped back on the skates or whatever, the Bauer turbos, they discontinued anyway, yeah. But as soon as I put the skate on, I thought, dropping when you're a young buck and dropping when you're an adult is a completely different thing.
Yeah, I never broke a bone in my body ever. Till now. I'm like, damn, all this time. And then it was in front of everybody too. It was if anytime you was gonna fall, Beyonce and Jay-Z's right there looking at you.
Serious. Yeah, it was your birthday as well, yeah?
Yeah, they threw me, my wife and all of them threw me a birthday party.
It was actually on your actual birthday.
There's
as
a
well.
whole different
That's
life out here.
Exactly.
I had a really cool birthday.
Because you know what happened? What happened was, my skates that I have don't have the stoppers on them.
Okay.
So the one at the skating rink that we went to had the stoppers on them, right? So I'm used to skating with no brakes. So this one had the brakes, and I made a move, not realizing that the brakes were on there, and it just
went mad for man.
Yeah, finished me.
That was that was my biggest worry all summer, I was thinking.
I never felt anything like that. It was serious.
Yeah, I've broken my wrist before. It was horrible.
Do you know what? I feel like at a point when you're first on these things, it's almost like you know how to drop. And then when you start doing it later on in life, you forget how to drop. How comes all of a sudden bones start breaking now and back start mash up and all of these type of things, when before you're dropping and doing the same thing, it's not the same thing.
Because it ain't the same thing.